Podcast, aka DR in a Bar. Now, without further ado, here are your heart-stomping, pants-dropping, history-making, earthquaking, love-making, and booty-shaking hosts, Vince Vaughn and Eddie Perez.
All right, very good. 20th podcast, Eddie.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
It actually is pretty exciting. I didn't think we were going to get past 2. Well, the first one doesn't exist, so is this 21 or 20?
It's actually 21. Because of the podcast that
The original podcast, he didn't back up. So we're backup guys. He doesn't back up the first one and we lose it.
Oh, God. But we fit 20 episodes in 2017.
Yes.
And, most of you, I think, will probably be listening to this in 2018. However, we're getting this in 2017, and 20 episodes in, man, I'm looking forward to 20 more, at least 20 more in 2018. What do you think?
I think we could probably do 30 to 40.
I think we absolutely could.
Yeah.
Absolutely could. We'll see if we can make that happen. I'm encouraged by it. We've got some stuff coming up in 2018 that I'm pretty excited about. But we'll talk about that when it's time.
Right.
So 2017. Let's talk about 2017. After we talk about food and beer.
Oh yeah, that's more important. I was wondering because this thing is sitting right in front of me.
So where are we at, Eddie?
Well, we're at Mission Tacos over here in the west side of Kansas City.
It's not really the west side. No.
Oh, well, I guess we're off by 4 blocks?
At least, yeah, we're the crossroads area of Kansas City.
Oh yeah, where the lights and the browns mix. I get it.
You said that. I did not say that. So we're here at Mission Tacos. So this is typically a St. Louis joint, but they did so well in St. Louis. They opened another restaurant here in Kansas City, and it's proven to be really, really popular. They got a beer joint next door that just serves beer, and we should try that actually sometime.
Interesting.
But you can get food brought from Mission Tacos over there. Now, what are you having today?
Well, today I'm actually going to have a beef brisket taco with. It says it actually comes with some pork belly, some avocado, and fiery. Is that Arbol sauce or Arbol? Arbol.
I'm going to go with Arbol.
I don't know. They probably made up this word. I mean, who makes up words?
It could be absolutely.
I'm not really good with people making up words,
It absolutely could be a made-up word.
Like resiliency. That word is. Everyone knows what it is.
Yeah, they do now.
I'm gonna test this bad boy. It's on a corn tortilla. They say it's homemade.
It's chile de arbol. It's Spanish for tree chili.
Okay, tree chili.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna eat a tree.
Yeah. Pretty much. Looked like, man, you took a huge bite of that thing. It's like half the taco's gone now.
Yeah. It's good. Is it the best one I've had? No. But
well, you this is tough, right? Because you and your mother make amazing Mexican food.
Well, my family does. I mean, my cousin who's sitting right next to us won't talk, but he makes amazing food.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's one of the best cooks I know.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Very cool.
He has some of the most top secret stuff I've ever seen. But
well, I want to know what he thinks about these tacos.
I know we'll have to maybe get him on here in a second. But the meat is good. It could be a little bit more tender. But the sauce, the red sauce on it is really nice. I like the corn tortilla that it's thick so it doesn't break off the whole time.
You like the what?
Corn tortilla. Oh, sorry, when Mexican comes out in me, we call them a tortilla.
The Mexican only comes out in you when you have to say tortilla.
It's not a tortilla. Do you say chorizo? What the heck wrong with you, man? Or menudo? No, menudo. See how it comes off. So.
Got it. Very good. So what's the rating?
If I was going to rate it, though, I was going to give it the Braziliancy food rating. I'd have to say 2 different ratings. 1, non-Mexican person.
Yeah.
2, Mexican person.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So the Mexican person, I was going to give it a 7.2.
Wow.
Non-Mexican person, I'd give it actually an 8.1.
That's really high. That's higher than I thought you were going to give it.
No, it's good. It's just not the best. I say it's not the best I've had, right?
Totally.
Right, I mean.
So introduce your cousin.
So my cousin Steve over here, He's considered one of the great minds of 2017. He actually,
I believe this.
it is. We built these tables one time. He just like looks at it and like put all this stuff together and like screwed it all in and poof, it was a table. Like I looked at him like, how can I even do this? He's like, it's normal. I mean, he's sheet metal worker, hard worker.
Got it. And apparently knows how to make
amazing
Mexican
cook.
food.
Amazing cook. He's like it's interesting. Never take classes. I don't think you even took a class, did you? Nope. No class. No class. But he is actually really good. If anyone who knows me, we did our user group, and he actually the one who helped cook the Italian sausage with a pico de gallo and a tortilla.
Really?
Remember?
Yes, totally.
He was the first one to do that, and everyone was like, they always remember that. So they will know him because of that. So you'll have to understand that he's a legend.
Cool. I love it. That's the best introduction ever. So Steve, what do you think of this taco? What did you have, first of all?
I had the chicken. The habanero chicken.
Okay, got it. So what do you think? What do you think about it?
Actually, it's pretty good. It's, I mean, it was different, not your traditional.
Yeah.
However, that's fine. I mean, it was good. I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it. Very
Yes.
good. So that taco, the chicken habanero, is my go-to.
What would you rate it? 1 to 10, honestly. Of tacos that you've had in your life.
I mean, I would say, I'd give this about like an 8 as well. I mean, you got your different kind of tacos. You got comfort tacos, which would be what your grandma or your mom would make you.
Yeah.
Some close to the heart. But this is the presentation on it's awesome. The sauce inside of it. I mean, it's good. I like it.
Awesome. Very cool.
I give it an 8.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, Steve. All right, so now we're moving on to beer. So I'm trying the Stockyards Cerveza Royale. So not a Royale with cheese, it's a Cerveza Royale.
And where are they located?
West Side, the real West Side.
Interesting.
Of Kansas City, I should say. The real West Side of Kansas City. This is the second Stockyards beer I've had this year.
And you were in love with the first one.
I was in love with the first one. And so I'm looking forward to this one. We'll see. So here we go. The Stockyards Cerveza Royale. It's delicious. It's delicious. It's just awesome. Man, those people know how to make a beer. There's nothing. There's. I can't give it a 10, but I mean, there's really nothing wrong with this beer.
Is there a reason why you can't give it a 10?
Yeah, because I don't believe a 10 exists.
Is it like a unicorn?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's very high. It's easily a 9. What I love about this beer is that it doesn't try to. It's like a pilsner, a lager. It's just it's the epitome of what a beer should be. So you know Aristotle. Aristotle had this theory that basically everything that exists is a potential for something greater that also exists. So this is like almost the potential of what a lager or a pilsner should be. It's delicious. I'm going to give it a 9.086.
9.086.
Yeah, 9.086.
So you're actually ending on a good high note.
Oh,
So
God.
the top two were both from the same company. Was it like a monkey business
Yeah,
or something?
there's the Twin Label Milk and Honey. I got to go back. I think that might have actually been a little bit higher.
Yeah, the milk and honey. Like honestly, you made a monkey milk when you
But this
drank that.
is in my top 3 for sure. For sure, it's in my top 3. So very good, man. So we are. And by the way, I got feedback that I say very good too much, but I don't give a shit because it is very good. Everything's very good. It's very good. So
you're known for something. Remember, I've always said be known for something.
absolutely.
You know, everybody says something. Even Joe Buck is hated, but what? He's on TV doing fork, spores, and everything, right?
I aspire to be the Joe Buck of disaster recovery. So, 2017, man. Let's talk about that a little bit. So, what was the best food you had in 2017?
The best food I had,
Either on the podcast or
in life,
or in life. You can choose either.
yeah. The best food that I had was actually Fins Up Barbecue had their brisket that they actually had, and that brisket was amazing.
So that was at our at the Kansas City Royal Barbecue.
Yeah, and
American
then also
Royal.
with the bird ends. The bird ends and all that were just amazing. It was really good. I didn't know what to expect. It was really damn good. That was probably my favorite food for 2017.
It was delicious.
Yeah. What about you? What was your favorite?
Well, one more thing about that. That was it was a pleasure to like podcast from there and eat that food and do that stuff. That was awesome. For me, my the best beer I had was the Stockyards Stocktoberfest. So it was this brewer, Stockyards. They had this Oktoberfest beer that was just outstanding. And I'm just a sucker for pumpkin beer, and they just did it right. It was awesome. The Torn Label Monk and Honey was a close second. And this may be, I don't know, I have to check. I'm not actually sure what the ratings are like off the top of my head, but easily this one, the Torn Label Monk and Honey and the Stockyards Stocktoberfest were my favorite beers. And I loved the American Royal. That was awesome.
That was fun. Yep, we'll be doing it again next year.
You know we will. So, 2017. So, what did you see? What do you think coming out of 2017? What was the big trend? What do you think? 2017 will be defined by?
The year of the hacker and Bitcoin.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. A lot of people kept paying the terrorist, as we knew from the beginning. I said, don't pay. You said, I might pay or would pay. We saw what happened with people who paid.
Yeah, we did.
And we saw people who didn't pay. The ones who didn't pay were Brazilian already. The ones who did pay weren't Brazilian. And so...
That's well said. So
right.
You're either Brazilian or you're not.
Right. Shameless plug there. Also, I saw an influx of new backup technologies and theories based around the cloud and new approaches to data protection, I'd say. I think that's something that's the beginning stages. I don't know if it's defining moment, but there is a shift happening, and I think those old companies that we all know are the old legacy, truly legacy backup products and business continuity products are going to start. Either they need to change, or they're going to be, they're going to be the Montgomery Awards of the industry.
The blockbuster.
Yeah, the blockbuster, right? Because there's nothing wrong. Blockbuster, as you know, they had a great model. It's just they didn't know how to adapt to what a Redbox or a Netflix did. They could have done that. They tried. They just did too late, and then they stuck with it too long. So I think that's going to be a good shift that will probably bring us into 2018. It'll be interesting to see, but the beginning stages of that.
Yeah,
the new age.
So I absolutely ransomware became a household name in 2017. But also, I think what else kind of came of age was the cloud, like public cloud, use of Azure, use of AWS, and disaster recovery is to me the perfect use case to use for public cloud. What do you think?
Yeah, I think two perfect use cases would be things that don't need performance-based, so Exchange files like Dropbox, and used as a dumping ground for your secondary or third copy of data. So yeah, those would be like the use cases that I'd say the best. It's going to change though. I think as more people get we get a lot more internet, a lot more hubs, a lot more people gigabit, a lot more people fiber connected. You're going to start seeing a lot more flexibility within the cloud, I think. But until that truly happens and it gets in everywhere, it'll still take a little bit of time. But we're getting closer into the big cities.
So what do you mean? Closer to what?
Where your data can live anywhere. Right now, the problem is that if you're in the cloud, you're in Amazon. Most people think of Amazon or Microsoft, right?
Yeah.
And they're in like 3 or 4 different data centers or whatever. Now, they're not in Kansas City. They're not in X, Y. So it's not everywhere. Right?
Yeah.
The future of cloud should surely be clouds just don't live in California, right? There's clouds here, right? There's clouds everywhere.
Yeah.
So making sure where you actually have a truly mesh of resources working together to present the cloud, like the internet. The internet is a great example of that. The basic internet was not everywhere. Remember, it was basically here and there, and then all of a sudden you had all these little mom and pop stores popping up doing dial-up services and net zero, and you had all these little companies that did internet.
Oh, totally.
And then once they all created the infrastructure, then the big kind of companies came in and gobbled them up, but it was one big mesh network, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I think the cloud is at its point now, is where you have the beginning stages, and now they have to start figuring out how do we get all the other states and regions to be part of it. So every state should have their own cloud, right? As far as not like state run, but a presence there that's in every state that has locality of that data.
I like that. What I thought of when you were talking to is that when you're talking about all these different devices, and I mean, I'm thinking they're also different access points. Everything we have now is basically an IP address.
Internet of Things, right? You can have your light bulbs can now have IP addresses, and that's where IPv6 came in. And,
Well, garage door openers.
yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
And this is where the security and the backups of things are going to be very important.
Even your doorbell.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, and the company that loses, like, let's say you make a change, and something happens to that data, it's like where it either gets not saved or not backed up, like a podcast, for instance. It's going to throw people into like, holy crap, what do I do? Because I know I did this. It's like they're obviously, if the lowest common denominator is that, oh shit, I'll just do it again, no big deal. But when it gets to situations like with healthcare, and people relying on these devices and this data to do different things, I mean, I really can see that it's going to be more important to protect your data and more important to make sure your data is backed up and can be always available.
Right.
I see that as being more important in 2018.
Hopefully, if every year we start thinking data is less and less, then there's an issue and something bad's getting ready to happen.
Yeah.
But data is going to be more and more important, right? And that's information. You know, they say information and knowledge is power, right? Having the data is very important. Losing that data means a lot. A lot of IP can be lost, right? So I think that's something that we gotta watch what the next trend of 2018 is going to be. I don't know what it holds, but I do think that you're going to see an emergence with the way that government is now passing certain tax laws. That is going to be, you might start seeing a little bit more investing actually in startups than you probably ever saw before in the next couple of years, because of some of those tax breaks they can get in the next couple of years.
The corporate tax rates based on the tax bill that was just passed.
Right, and so if they do that, then you're going to start seeing a lot of these, like it dried up for like some companies in the last year or two. You started seeing a lot of storage companies going under, being purchased, whatever. I think the next generation is going to start getting funding from these companies because they're going to want to hit those and use those breaks as needed.
Well, so you're a small business owner. Tell me about this. What did this tax bill mean to you? Just out of curiosity.
It means that I'm going to pay less in taxes, which means
What are you going to do with that money, though?
Gonna expand.
Yeah.
We're going to expand and kind of grow it out and keep buying more and more assets, right? Things that what they really want them to do. The thing about those tax breaks, and especially for this type of stuff that's going to be for like these big companies, the reason why I say more startups is that I see that more big companies won't invest as much into the trickle-down effect.
Yeah.
But it does allow the entrepreneurs to start off a little bit easier going forward. So there'll be more startup money, but not a lot of big companies giving back.
What I see is that they're going to invest more in technology.
Yeah.
I mean, because technology in and of itself is something you use to save money.
Yeah.
Like human capital is the most expensive part of your business.
Right.
And technology is a way to mitigate the use of human capital in a lot of ways. So yeah, I do. I think I agree. I think you're right that that's going to affect things as well. So what else? Anything else?
I have a story.
Oh, well, it's story time again.
Story time with Eddie Perez.
I like it.
It actually happened 3 days ago. So we talk about resiliency and prosiliency and backups and DR and all that fun stuff. But here's something that's interesting. So 3 things happened yesterday, or 2 days ago. The first thing that happened was I wake up and I'm going to be doing my expenses for my main job. I start doing my expenses, and then what happens? My laptop crashes. Okay, my laptop crashes, and I can't do any expenses. Okay, I'm like, okay, fine. I have a backup laptop. I get on the backup laptop. I plug it in. Right. So good. I had resiliency. I had 2 laptops, but then my dog ate through the power cable of my second laptop. So then I didn't have redundant power.
Is your dog still alive?
Yeah, my dog's still alive. Gloria said it was my fault, so is what it is.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't do my laptop. Okay. So both laptops are now dead in the water. But here's the thing. It wouldn't be that big a deal, but what's happening right now? Our company is on limited people, and they're shut down for a week.
Yeah.
So then I'm not getting a laptop for a week.
Yeah, we're just for reference, we are right now, it's December 29th, 2017. We are in the middle of the week between Christmas and New Year.
Yeah, and it's all shut down, so
Nobody's at work.
No one's at work, so I can't get a new laptop. And then my corporate credit card was hacked.
What?
Yeah. But they found it, which is good, is that they have technology mitigates risk, right? So they're actually stopping it from happening, right? So that actually saves them a lot of money. Someone tried to buy Mattress Firm mattress with a corporate card, so they shut that one down.
Wow.
So I don't have a corporate card, no laptops to work. Couldn't do my expenses trying to get it done, but I was able to finally get it with some workarounds to get it all done. But what's interesting sometimes is that I brought this up before, is that disaster a lot of times is not the technology that was down, it was the ability to have people being able to run the plan once there was disaster. So our IT support isn't there to run the disaster that I might have. If there would have been someone, they probably could have turned it around next day and I would have been down for only a day.
Yeah.
But this is going to go on for maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, technology is for people. It's not for the technology.
Right. And so that's one of those things where even you might have a good plan, but little things like that, you just can't help. A dog eating your cable, water, laptop crashing, whatever. There's certain things that you can think about, a lot of those things, but you can still be hit. And sometimes it just comes down to people, right? And that's something that actually happened. And so all I can do is just wait till next year.
Yeah. So you're just SOL until January 2nd.
Yeah. Well, until January 2nd, plus time to get a new laptop.
Right.
So, and hopefully my new manager will approve it at some point.
Maybe. Well, you need a good manager for sure. All right. So, so very good. So you know what we need to do?
What?
We need to give away that we need to give away that gift card.
Yes.
And who better than to give away a gift card than Anna the Prize Girl? It's about time Anna the Prize Girl gave away something on the podcast.
I'm glad she's actually going to do something today.
Yeah, so let's talk to Anna the Prize Girl.
Hi. Right. It gave me tingles.
That was what I was going for, Eddie. Tingles.
All right, so we have Anna the Prize Girl with us. Say hello, Anna.
Hello.
So tell me about you. Tell the world about Anna the Prize Girl. Who is Anna the Prize Girl? Yes, she's nodding her head no. Tell the world about Anna the Prize Girl.
I I don't know what to say.
How did you get involved in this podcast?
Because you're my boyfriend.
Okay, so you're my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Very good. You're my girlfriend. And where were you born?
In Pueblo, Colorado.
Which?
Hey, I lived close to Pueblo.
You did? When?
Yeah, I lived in Rocky Ford.
Oh yeah.
And I went to school in high
They
school in
have a lot
La
of good
Habana.
cantaloupes there.
Melons, yes,
Yeah.
the melons. I played college. I played high school basketball, and I played against. Went to Pueblo and played basketball over there.
I
And
cannot see you as a
Really?
basketball player.
yeah, there's a lot of Mexicans in
There's-
Pueblo, and
yeah.
she is actually the minority in the United States of Pueblo.
I don't know.
That's true. But I was only there till I was like 4.
You were 4.
And then we moved to Denver.
Yeah, you were like, oh heck, forget this stuff.
Get-
We'll go where all the
get
where all
outta
the light-skinned
here.
people are. So yeah, I know a lot about Pueblo.
Yeah. Some of my family still lives there.
Oh, there you go.
Because she was born in Colorado, unfortunately, that also makes her a Denver Bronco fan.
Oh, there's nothing wrong
No,
with
I root for the Chiefs. Come on. Tell the truth.
When
But
they're-
if the Chiefs and the Broncos are playing, it's rough. But when the Broncos are not playing the Chiefs, I cheer for the Broncos.
There you go. Well, you know what? That's her only flaw. Literally, it's her only flaw.
it. Pretty big flaw, but we'll go with it.
Hey.
So we've got some feedback about you. And you know what the feedback is?
No.
So the feedback is that we call you Anna the Prize Girl, but the problem is that you don't give away any prizes.
Well, remember, Vince is my boyfriend.
And he's cheap.
Yeah. And he doesn't give me anything to give away.
Well, we're changing.
You will not edit that. No
Of
edit.
course not. So we're going to change that today, right? So this is in honor of our 20th podcast.
Yes.
We're giving away a $50 gift card, and to participate, all you had to do was leave a comment or rate the podcast on Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher, or TuneIn.
Right.
Now, the only problem with that is that Google Play doesn't allow you to rate or leave comments. Did you know that?
No.
I found that out the hard way. There's literally no comments on our Google Play thing. I was like looking into that. I was like, how can I even leave a comment? And you can't do it.
So it was kind of rigged then.
Well, it was rigged for people who only use Google Play.
Yeah.
But they could also listen to it on Podbean, which is where we post our podcast, or Stitcher or TuneIn, which you can get on the Google App Store.
Yes. Or they can like it on LinkedIn.
Which a lot of people did too.
Yeah.
So we have a winner, as the
Drum
case
roll.
may be. That's right. So who is the big winner of our $50 gift card?
The big winner is Stanton Cole.
Very good. So Stanton Cole
Nice.
left a comment on Podbean actually, and we pulled his name out of a hat. And Stanton's our big winner. So congratulations,
Yay, Stanton.
Stanton!
There
I'm
you
going to
go.
be sending you that $50 Amazon gift card today. Actually,
Is that going to be today, as in the day it posts?
So it'll be today as of the day of recording it, and the day. But I am going to do the editing and everything tonight. It's coming out before the 1st. I want 20 podcasts in before 2018.
There we go. I like it. That was a good mark. I'm still waiting on the steak dinner he was supposed to take me on.
Oh, well, me too.
We do need to do that. We have something to celebrate for sure. All right, so thank you, Anna the Prize Girl.
You're welcome.
All right.
And what do you say to everybody? Back that shit up.
Oh yeah, back that shit up.
Very good. Okay, man, full podcast today, Eddie.
I appreciate it.
Full podcast today. So,
Very good.
congratulations again to Stanton for getting the $50 gift card. That's coming up to you. And, man, it was a great year. I love doing this with you. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
I love doing this with you. We're going to do a lot more in 2018, and we got a few things we're working on that I can't wait to tell you about.
Cool.
Awesome. So, and thank you, Steve, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And Anna the Prize Girl, thank you. And we will see you once again in 2018. Thanks for listening.
See ya.
This has been a Passage Digital presentation. Remember to back that shit up.
If you like this podcast, there are plenty of ways you can support it. First, you may friend us on LinkedIn. Our profile links are in the show notes, or you may share it on other forms of social media or discuss it on your own blog or podcast. Second, we view this as your show, so contact us and ask us for a question we can use, or simply let us know how you feel, good or bad, on how we can improve it. Third, rate us in the app stores and leave us reviews. If you hate us, feel free to 1-star that shit. But remember, 5 stars give you total consciousness on your deathbed, so you have that going for you, which is nice. And lastly, please visit us on the web at prosiliency.com, PROSILIENCY.com.